Hey everybody, it's Steve. Welcome to Wackadoo Unhinged. This is episode number 8. Today I have Sam from Valor Archery. It's a veteran nonprofit organization, and we'll get talking to him in just a minute. First off, I'd like to introduce my guests as always, Dennis and the Bruce Squatch, aka Shaun.
We've been demoted to guests. Yeah. I thought we were hosts.
I thought I said that. What did I say?
You said guests.
Guys, I'm so sorry. They are my hosts.
Been demoted.
Sorry. Anyways, a couple admin notes real quick as always. This is January, so yes, it's dry January, and for some of you out there, you think that's actually like a holiday or a good thing to do to not drink for the month of January. Well, for those of us in the service industry, a lot of the breweries around town and bars and places like that, it kind of sucks for us for January. We understand, but just a heads up, we also have 14 different kinds of soda here. We've got blueberry tea, vanilla tea, monsters, all kinds of great stuff. Plus, I make 4 of my own sodas right here in-house, so even if you're not drinking for the month of January, you can come in here, have a great time, and we've got a full kitchen full of food, so you can not drink and still come in and have a great time here at Wackadoo. Thank you. There's your PSA. And also, Pickle Rick is in the fermenters right now. It's going. It should be ready here in just under 2 weeks, and we're going to be offering for the first time ever, now that we got our kitchen going, a perfect pickle package. You come in, get a pickle pizza, fried pickles, and Pickle Rick. And we'll give you a $4 discount on it as a package. So it's the perfect pickle package. There you go.
You want to be real careful about how you word that.
Right, exactly.
We're still under 2 minutes from start time, so I can't make the comment.
Anyways, okay, so today, Sam, and thank you so much for coming back, by the way.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's a real pleasure. And so first off, you are also a veteran.
I am.
And I was going to say, let's talk just for a few minutes about what did you do while you were in the military?
Kurt. So Army vet, 94 to 01, worked as an M1 Abrams tank mechanic, so worked on big heavy crap.
Yeah.
Right outside of the 2 minutes? Yes. Okay, good.
And that transfers well into the civilian life, right?
Especially well. Actually, into the IT space, it worked pretty good because tanks, Bradleys, it's all troubleshooting. Going into an IT career after the military, the troubleshooting transitioned easy. Past that, not so much.
And not too many people have a tank in the backyard.
Not
at all. We were just talking about Dragon Man. So.
Right.
So you spent some time in my neck of the woods. I'm actually originally from Radcliffe, right outside of Fort Knox.
First 2 tattoos were from Radcliffe. Queen Arts.
That's how you rate your time in the military.
I like that unit of measurement.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I see them?
Whoa.
You can see one. The other one, never mind.
Well, anyway, okay. So
you invited me on here. This is
yes. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect.
So a big one. I mean, I was really. We got a chance to meet. Almost a month ago now.
Yeah.
A month ago, and it's really cool when you were talking about your nonprofit because we're always trying
to clarify that.
Okay, sorry.
It's not a nonprofit. It is a for-profit.
It's
just designed for military and veterans.
Gotcha. There you go. Okay, so I apologize for that. So you are a for-profit organization, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Trust me. We're the only brewery in America. We donate 100% of our profits every month to charity, but we're still not a nonprofit.
Right.
So we're working on that. But okay, so with your organization then.
There we go.
Excuse me. Yes.
All good.
Got you. So Valor Archery. I was very excited right off the bat when you first started talking about it because there's so many programs where they take people out camping or they take them on fishing trips and things like that. This is the first time I've heard about an archery program. So why don't you walk us through what your organization is about?
So let's back up. I got crushed by a tank my last year in. So live tank, dead tank, 250-pound, 5-inch tow bar. Toe pintle, tow bar. I missed. It did like that. And the tow bar was across my leg.
Oh.
So that crushed my left leg, crushed all the muscles of my thigh flat, dislocated the knee, dislocated the hip.
Jesus.
The Army said, if you can't run anymore, we have no further use for you, so have a nice day.
Yeah.
So that was 2001. That was long before any of the veteran support organizations really existed.
Yeah. And that wasn't service related, correct?
No, that one they did acknowledge.
Kind of hard to deny that one.
That one they did acknowledge. So when I transitioned out, that struggle bus was real. I spent a lot of time at the bottom of these.
Yep.
I spent a lot of time with firearms. I spent in the combination thereof. Not a good scenario.
No.
about 8 to 10 years in, a buddy of mine said, "Hey, you realize that when you go to a firearms event for the next couple of days, you're kind of an asshole." And I didn't realize what it was.
Yeah.
And it was putting a firearm and shooting at a human silhouette. And it just kept putting me back into a bad scenario. So he put a bow in my hand and he said, "I just want you to try it." I said, "Well, what the hell's the difference?" He goes, "Shut up and try it." The instant you draw the bowstring back, all the voices, all the noises, all the clutter, everything that's going on in the world stops and it goes quiet.
Yeah.
You let that arrow fly, a little bit of stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD, loneliness, whatever, all go out with that arrow. And then it's that instant gratification of watching that arrow impact the target. Now we fast forward to talk about Valor.
Yes.
So 15 years later, I've used archery as my personal therapy. I also have another business that's moving targets. I took that across the country in 2024.
Targets that move,
Yes,
or
sir.
you shuttling targets back
No,
and forth?
targets that move.
I was looking like you said moving targets. I was like, are we going base to base, dropping off? Gotcha.
So,
Either one could be an industry.
yeah, either
I
way.
mean, yeah.
So I took that across the country, 2024, 16 major archery events, about 300,000 bow hunters put an arrow in it. They all had fun, but they didn't want to spend the money on it. Let's pivot a little bit. Businesses are all about pivots. So pivoted it to where I started Valor. Now I incorporated that moving target, bought a whole bunch of rental bows, rental arrows, arm guards, hip quivers, so that I can bring the rest of the veteran, military, civilian community that wants to come out and shoot, sling some arrows. Now they've got an opportunity to A, learn, decent coach, B, have some fun. This year, 2026, I'll be giving away almost $16,000 worth of raffle prizes
Nice.
from various vendors and companies that want to help promote archery, that want to help promote and support veteran community. And so it just all comes together of fun shoot, have some fun, get out there and do your thing.
So how many times when you first started did you get that burn right down the forearm?
So that's called a string slap.
String
and it
slap,
happened once with a compound bow. And that's the last time you'll do it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I had a black bear compound bow, and that very first time I ever drew it, I tore it like almost flesh. Like
Yeah.
it was all nice purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll do it once and you'll
Yep.
never do it again.
Oh no, I learned real quick.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fantastic though. So I mean, is it just compound bows, or do you also do regular singles draw?
So all my rental gear is recurves. So whether it's kid bows or adult bows.
Okay.
Kid bows are 15-pound max draw. Adult bows are 30-pound and 40-pound, depending on the size, frame size of the individual.
Yep.
Those are all recurves. That's all standard size arrows. They can just get out. Anybody at the table can grab a 30-pound and go launch an arrow.
Yeah.
Without really any kind of stress or hurting themselves. Those that have had shoulder surgeries or those that have had shoulder injuries can still grab a 30-pound bow and go sling an arrow. It's not going to tear you up.
I was gonna say I'd like to test that. I still got a bullet fragment in this shoulder, so I've had to give up doing push-ups and stuff like that. And all day long I'm doing this because
it's mostly your back, actually.
it's lodged right in between the bones. And I mean, I'd love to be able to do something like that. That'd be cool. At least try it, see what it's like.
Next time I come by, I'll bring one.
All right.
New video series, the Unhinged in the Wild. We just go and do cool shit like this with our guests.
Absolutely, yeah. But them, Midnight Overland, just like get out of here and go. But then we have to get the little mic thingies.
Oh, those are easy to come by.
We
wait,
just
Zed has them.
for something like that. For something like that, we record it guerrilla style. We all have our cell phones in our pocket. We record videos on our cell phone. Clip
Why not?
stuff
Google's
together.
already listening to you anyways. I mean,
Huh?
Google's already listening to you anyways. Well, might as well put it to work.
Right.
Okay, so do you have a facility, or are you kind of on the move wherever you go?
Great question. So I want to have a facility, and eventually I will. I've already got 2 businesses. I'm not ready to spin up that third one just yet. But the nice part, being a 4th ID Fort Carson veteran, I was able to go stand in front of a 2-star general and say, this is me, this is what I want to do. Can I use Fort Carson property to host some of these events? After a little bit of discussion, I was. So most of my events for 2026 will be on Fort Carson, Cheyenne Mountain Shooting Complex. There's a Marine Corps vet that has 160 acres up in Guffey, Colorado, that she loves the idea of what I'm doing, so she's offered me up her property to do
Nice.
a couple of events up there. And then I'm also working with the National Forest, Manitou Experimental Forest north of Woodland Park, to maybe do an event or 2 in that space as well.
No, that'd be great. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
it's not.
I wonder if that's that lady we know that came in here a couple times and bought all that land and wanted to
Susie
set it up.
McKinley, Golden Forge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she came in here a couple of years ago, and we'd been talking about trying to set up events out there because she wanted to use the land to help veterans.
Yep,
like
that's
was
what she's doing.
Yeah,
That
no
is
kidding.
awesome.
Yep.
Wow, see, small world
world.
again. Yeah.
That
It's
veteran
a small
community is very
world
tight.
after all.
Oh my God, I thought we were
have
done with the
nearly enough
songs last time.
No.
No, never. No, that's really
I'm
cool.
the soundboard.
Yeah, I got the little buttons down here. I just don't know what any of them do. I haven't tested them yet. I know one of them is clap, and I was
Do
like,
it.
that's kind of rough to.
What kind of clap?
I don't know what that did.
Now the
It's
question
probably
is,
going to show up on the video.
Yeah.
It would be like,
we'll find out later.
wow. No, I was in Korea in '99. I'm still good. No. All right, so moving forward into 2026, you're going to do a lot of the events on Fort Carson. So, is that going to be with active duty as well, or is
That's the goal, is
open?
bring active duty military, veteran community. The events are open to the public, so any bow hunter that just wants to come out, blow up some arrows, have some fun, get that level of challenge, that's what it's all about.
Nice.
So, and those that have never shot a bow,
Yeah.
inexperienced
was actually-
that are wanting to try,
Yeah.
that's an opportunity for them to
I
come
was
out
going
and
to say,
play.
we've all adopted him. I mean, every one of the veteran organizations we work with, like the last time 22 Until None did one of their hikes here, he was along the last 2 years. You've done that with them.
Very nice.
So, yeah, they've all adopted him.
Yeah. But like I was telling you a little bit before the podcast, my experience with the bow, grand total of maybe 30 arrows downrange throughout my entire life. Most of those with like the Cub Scouts and the crappy little compound bows they have.
You had
But,
compound bows and Cub Scouts?
No. Recurve.
Recurve.
Yeah.
The one with just a single string. There's
Stick and
no
string.
wheel. There's no like little.
No,
pulley.
they had the little.
They had the little pulleys.
Like
They had the
cams
little
and everything?
pulleys in
Oh,
there,
okay.
but they were like
Then
20,
you had a
30 pound draw
You
weight.
had a good Boy Scout troop.
What
then.
pack was that?
Uh,
I was
I
way
can
back
barely
to
remember
Cub Scouts.
last week.
Ah,
Wait, 134.
There you go.
Pack
See?
134.
It just comes out of
Holy-
nowhere.
Yep.
Oh, the little jingle we sang at the parades just came screaming back into my brain. I hate you.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
all the memories. Like,
Spin the Rolodex with it. Oh, there
God,
it
was
is.
was that
saying,
butterfly effect when all the memories hit at once and he's like nose bleeding? And
Right.
So I was talking earlier about last time I shot a bow. I fired 3 arrows. 2 of them were permanently lost, and it was one of the nice high-end hunting compound bows. Like he was an avid deer hunter with this thing. It was maybe 20 feet away, and I couldn't hit one of those big cube targets.
So there's a significant difference between shooting a recurve bow there's a lot of skill involved with recurve, but there's some level of luck, especially for new shooters. Whereas most compound bows are specifically dialed to the individual that owns the bow, because the peep to string, peep to arrow height is varied based on, for me, my
Yeah.
draw length, my draw weight, my height.
Yeah, I've seen that. They actually put like the little beads on the strings, so you got everything measured
Yep.
out. Like,
Yeah, that's why Shields and
it's-
Bass Pro Shops has that
They have
little
shops.
bow lab in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's something to me though that level it feels like, because I've shot a lot of recurve, both right and left-handed. Recently, a lot more left-handed, like I was talking to you about earlier.
Right.
And you with that success, I've shot compound bows too with the sights, very little. You really don't feel the shot as much as you do with the recurve though.
Okay.
It's that's the way I feel about it though. That's my perspective on it. Is I always feel the shot. And that's whenever I'm not thinking as much and more of just letting my mind and body kind of naturally flow with
Yeah.
like kind of connect with it as an extension of me. And then I can hit a bullseye from 40, 50 feet away.
And really, it's like I said, there's a level of skill with recurve for the new shooters. It is kind of more luck than not. And there are some tips that I give them when they're new shooters of you can either look down the arrow or you can try to find that same anchor point or whatever the case may be that works for you. But recurve, it's really just to get that arrow out the door. It's not necessarily be pinpoint accurate. Whereas compound, 140 yards, I can still hit 10 rings at 140.
Okay.
Okay, so movie fact or fiction? Those stupid quivers up on your shoulder.
Doable, pain in the ass, but doable.
We've always argued about that
Nope.
because, like, it's supposed to be down on your hip or somewhere where it's.
I didn't know that.
Depends, right? If you're target shooting, down on your hip is very easy to pull out, knock an arrow, let it fly. Shoulder quivers during a competition, you're going to pull that arrow out, you're going to hit the guy next to you, it's just going to play out badly in the long run. Somebody's getting stabbed. From a hunting perspective, this is way too much movement for an animal to see. So I have the quiver directly attached to my bow. It's down, out, locked.
I've seen some of those, like on compound bows, where they've got them. Is like usually
Even on
4 or
recurves.
5.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have like one of the ones I have. It's like a cheap Chinese one, Galaxy Sage, and it's got a bunch of screw holes where you can just mount
Mount
all
that
sorts
quiver
of
straight
stuff.
on it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
this is way too much movement for hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just always thought that was funny in movies. They've all got it up on their shoulder, and I'm like, even I know that's wrong.
Well, even
I
like
didn't
swords on
know
the
that
back.
was,
Yeah,
there was
swords on your
another
back,
yeah,
option
that's
because of
retarded.
movies and
Yeah.
everything. Like, and then the first time I saw like something historic with a hip quiver, and I was like, that makes so much more sense.
Right. Well, it's
I
just
had
like
never given it any other thought, but it's like that makes.
it's just like ever since steel fighting. Now I can't watch any of those movies with like he was just talking about where they have like the long sword or the bastard sword just
Right.
across the and you see them like draw it up over.
You can't. You don't have enough arm to get
No.
that up and out of
You
that quiver.
can't.
So,
It's-
I'm glad you brought up steel fighting. I was
Okay.
reading as I was reading the about you section on the website.
oh, you have a U section on your website. Nice.
Yeah, the about us section.
Yep.
Anyways, and you were talking about when you had first gotten out, you know, and how you had said you had started with alcohol and everything, and then getting that bow in your hand, and then getting that mission, that drive. And just even before going out to help others, it was that physical activity that gave you that release.
Yep.
Sounds very similar to somebody else I know. That's
Yeah.
how you got into the MMA and the boxing and the steel fighting.
Yeah.
Was
I was a mess, and
Yeah.
I needed a way to channel it. And
There's a level of aggression for those that get out of the military, that go into the civilian world, that they haven't figured out. Most haven't figured out how to translate that aggression or where
Yeah.
to direct that aggression. Like I said, mine was alcohol and firearms for a number of years.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not the best scenario. I'll tell you now.
yeah,
They don't mix well.
no, that was the one thing I was cognizant of, and like it's crazy. And like I'm a huge proponent of the Second Amendment and guns in general. I love guns. I love other people's collection of guns, and they'll show me their guns, and they'll go to the range. But I haven't really touched a firearm since 2011, since I got out. I got out 56 days after my last tour in Iraq, and I was a disaster. But I knew right away, don't touch guns.
Yep.
Until I was mentally healthy enough to. And that was a big thing for me. Like you're saying, is I know those don't mix,
Yeah.
and I had to stay away from that. And so I found my path through physical violence, but a legal way,
Right.
and that's what really
Eventually.
changed. Yeah, it took me a couple of years, but that I found my path, and that led to everything to where we are today.
Right.
Is because I figured out how to fix myself. Like you were talking about when you got out in 2001, there wasn't any support there. I got out in the tail end of 2011, and they had just started. I mean, when I got out, it was clear: get your DD-214, screw off, and there wasn't any programs out there. So.
I mean, Wounded Warrior Project existed, but it wasn't in a great space at that time.
yeah,
But yeah, when I got out, there was, you got DAV, VFW, or American Legion, and the level of support that you got from that may have a question mark wrapped around it.
yeah. Especially if you were younger.
Yeah, there's a lot more than there is now,
Yeah.
and thankfully, because a lot of those that are transitioning out today have an opportunity to go utilize all those programs.
Yeah.
Whether it's boots to business through SBDC and getting into veteran entrepreneurship, whether it's Warrior Rising to get into veteran entrepreneurship, or whether it's just the programs that help whatever that transition is, whatever they can find. Salute Colorado, Hire Heroes.
Yeah,
whatever.
we worked with most of them. Actually, that's where we met you. It's
Salute
there was
Colorado.
Salute Colorado when they came in here. Yeah, and like we've had 3 people, which is a great program. I was really shocked 2 years ago when the first one reached out to me about as you're retiring, you can go do an internship at a business. We've had 3 soldiers here
Very nice.
that did
Yeah.
a 3-month internship here.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up about how, at least recently, it seems the military is trying to get better
Yeah,
on their end.
yeah.
In the transition.
They train you to be a soldier. They don't train you to be a civilian.
No,
Yeah.
God, no. I think it's been beneficial to everybody, even the civilian population, that now there's some of that instead of because there really was people like, oh, veterans, they're all just drunks and assholes and they fight all the time, because that's all we knew, and nobody showed us any different. And at least now they're finally figuring out, hey,
There's a path.
let's show you what it's like to not be this.
Right.
They tore you apart, built you into something for a specific situation, and then took that situation away and said, "Oh well,
Yeah. We don't need you. We don't. This toy's broken. We don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
That's basically
You know,
what
the batteries in this one died. Time for a new one.
Yeah.
The best definition that I've heard, especially when talking about VA claims or VA benefits, was if you take a rental car out and you blow the motor and you take the rental car back to the shop, they don't charge you for the motor, they charge you for the entire vehicle.
Yeah.
The VA claim process should be similar. You'd went out, they blew the motor or everything else.
Yeah.
It's not just paying for the motor, it's paying for the entire individual.
Yeah, exactly. We are a total loss.
Yeah.
The insurance wrote that off.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we got to do something with it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because isn't there one of the guys we know who legitimately was missing a limb and still didn't have 100%?
Yeah, he still wasn't 100%. Yeah, Ken, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, missing half his leg, and they're like,
It's 30%.
That doesn't count. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, a limb's only a percentage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry. If you're missing so much as part of a finger, I think that kind of qualifies you for most of
I
it.
mean, we got the same thing with
Even just loss of feeling for like workman's comp, that's a percentage.
Really?
Yeah, just loss of feeling, even
yeah,
if it's a
workman's
minor
comp.
loss.
there
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
for us, God no, and tinnitus. I love that. We've been fighting that one for 30 years now. Whether tinnitus should count. You know, when I'm sitting here and I can't hear customers and there's just that loud pitch whine and and it's like, no, that doesn't count.
That's the other nice thing. So go to the gun range. Even with muffs on, you're still reinforcing that tinnitus.
That's very true about bow hunt. It's just a
It's quiet.
Little-
It's thunk.
little twing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's thunk.
I
That's all you
mean,
hear.
not gonna lie, I come from Kentucky. Bow hunting is
It's
extremely
huge.
popular. I have had so many people try to get me to go bow hunting, and I had no interest whatsoever. But reading your website and everything you put into it, and talking to you, I'm legitimately thinking about it.
And you don't have to be a hunter, right? It's just
Yeah.
coming out and slinging arrows. I've got Yeti targets, Bigfoot.
And that was
armadillo.
another thing.
Don't do that. No, that's family.
Right? I mean, come on.
Like, he is the Sasquatch.
Yeah. But it's, I went out of my way to buy obscure targets so that it's not that human.
It's not even
silhouette.
reinforcing
Yeah.
that.
There's no
yeah.
neurological connection there.
Yeah.
So it's just a different experience than going to the gun range.
Yeah, and you mentioned on the site several times that it is you are open to both civilian and
Yep.
beginner bow hunters.
Yep.
I very much fall into that category.
So I do have one thing I was thinking about because the last time I remember is just like we had the arrows. They're fiberglass. Or
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber. Okay. So did they ever used to be fiberglass?
No.
Those ones that splintered and just fall apart.
So that's still
Oh,
carbon
they're
fiber.
still carbon fiber?
Aluminum. A lot of the older arrows were aluminum. There's still a couple that use an aluminum insert, but for the most part, they're carbon fiber.
Okay. Like I said, it's been a very long time. So what about you? You bow hunt, right? Or not hunt,
Not
but
hunt,
you go
no.
shoot, right?
The only time I ever hunted, it was shooting a hog in Texas on the side of the road with a 12-gauge slug. But and I told the Fort Bend County Sheriff about it literally 30 minutes afterwards, and he was like, "Well, you weren't in the roadway, right?" I was like, "Nope." Like, cool, good, thank you.
Yeah.
It was like a 400-pound hog. It was a big one.
It was like down in Florida. Oh, I did that with spear though.
Spear? Oh,
yeah.
that would be cool.
Up on the roof because they used to rut and not rut, but whatever, they used to dig up the yard.
Yeah, they're
so
looking
I
for
just
grubs.
sat up on the
Yeah.
roof overnight and waited till they came out.
See,
And these things are like
I
500,
want to do
600
the
pounds. You can't
old-fashioned
miss.
Oh, yeah.
That was
dog
not
and
hard.
spear boar hunt.
Yeah, well, that's another thing, too. With some of the really big ones, they can actually just tank a 7.62 round.
Oh yeah.
Not like a 308, but
No,
like,
no,
like an AK round.
yeah.
They can just tank it, and they'll have it lodged in their shoulder blade
And
and
they're
stuff.
just like, meh.
So
Wow.
3 years ago, I was in Texas for a hog hunt.
Okay.
I was on the ranch. I was the only bow hunter on the ranch
Mm-hmm.
out of 16 hunters.
Well, yeah, everybody's got their big gun, you know.
Everybody's,
See,
yeah,
I'll
night
spear
vision,
hunt
everything
one, but
else,
I
and they're
will
all-
not. I will not bow hunt one.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to try it. Why not?
Yeah, just the knife on the fucking side of your hip, the bow
10
in your
foot up,
hand.
10
Knife
foot
and
out,
dogs.
let an arrow fly, went all the way through him, stuck in the ground. He ran. He ran for 170 yards.
Holy crap!
And the blood trail was gone 50 yards ago.
Yeah, they are the definition of a meat tank.
Yeah, he should have been long since dead.
Yeah.
But he ran through the pokiest, nastiest crap that I could imagine. We're out there chasing him in the dark, being one of the guides, and 30 of his buddies are 50 yards from us or less, just pissed because I just put an arrow through this one.
Yeah.
It was an interesting adventure.
That's why we need to start hunting those things with 240 Bravos. That would be real nice.
That solves that problem.
Oh yeah.
Accuracy by volume.
I win the lottery while I'm having a place built. We're going on a helicopter hog hunt.
Okay. I'm cool with it.
I mean, there's plenty of places that'll do it.
Oh
Yeah, no, I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff, especially hogs. They just
Well, they want down in Texas. They just want to wipe them out as
Yeah,
much as
they're
they
a
can.
pest animal. You
Yeah.
don't
We-
need a license to
like
hunt
we were
them.
talking about with coyotes. It's the same thing. Where you
Yeah,
just go out
there's a-
there and blast them, and
They'll have to have a
coyotes
small
don't pay
game.
you.
Yeah,
But-
no, with
well,
hogs you don't have to have a license whatsoever.
Well, yeah, with the coyotes, when I was there, you didn't. Like in
See-
02, 03, the dump
Right.
was so overrun with coyotes that they would just let us go out there and shoot them at night, and then they give us $25 a tail for them.
Can't go wrong with that. 'Cause, you know,
No, it was great because I paid for the ammo and I
Right.
paid for a couple of drinks. It was-
yeah.
So, I don't know about anywhere else. I know growing up in Kentucky, even the pest and varmint animals, and I know to Colorado to some extent, even some of the invasive fish species, because I've only looked into fishing in Colorado. Even to get those invasive species, that like carp, that it's illegal to throw it back.
Oh, really?
And the Asian carp, especially
they're
over in the
bad.
Midwest, like you're not supposed to even throw it back into the body of water you pulled it from.
No. Okay.
They're that invasive. But even to go fishing for them, you need to have a fishing license.
Okay.
Well, yeah, 'cause you can't be like, oh, I swear I'm fishing for
Right.
the carp. I don't know how all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
trout
Well,
got
I
in
mean,
here.
if you're specifically targeting carp, it's kind of easy to tell because you've got like corn and bread on your hook.
Yeah.
But I know in Kentucky, like coyote, very big varmint species, there's no limit, no season. You can kill as many of them as you want, where you want, when you want.
Yeah.
You
You
still
need
have to have the hunting
the
license
license,
and the
yeah.
safety course.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the main thing is it just needs to be legal for you to actually discharge your firearm in that situation. So like
Okay,
if you're in a ditch and not in a city.
Yeah, I can't be in my
Texas?
backyard and pop a coyote.
Now, what's there was a thing on that, though.
You live
Like
in the city, yeah.
in the city.
But
Yeah.
Kentucky had a thing like that, like kind of like how Maine does. Like if you own more than like 5 acres, you didn't need a license on your own property. Did Kentucky have that?
Weird-
yeah.
weird. State laws.
There's stipulations and everything with it, and the big issue comes into arguing that when you if you don't process it yourself, arguing that when you go to take a deer in with no tag,
Yeah.
if it's on your property and it never leaves your property, it never happened.
Because when I was in Maine, it was like that. If you owned over a
Yeah.
certain number of acreage, you didn't
Yeah,
need a license.
there's an extent, I believe, and then I know like there's farmers, whitetail deer in Kentucky play havoc with the soybean
Yeah, they were
and
they were
the
pretty out
corn
of control,
crops.
too.
So farmers can get extra crop destruction tags, and either they can use those themselves, or if they've got a friend who hunts, or they can even sell out
if it's on theirs, right.
the lot. Hey, come onto my property. I have these crop destruction tags. You can bag a few out a season.
There was that guy. It was right outside E-Town that had something like that. It was like 200, 300 acres, and he had a certain number of tags he could sell to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It was kind of boring though, because most of it was just.
Oh yeah.
It was a
like,
big fenced-in area.
As much as I want to go hunting,
Here's 20 deer.
and do it, I cannot justify the expense and just going high fence hunting, because at that point they're so routine. You're basically going to the supermarket with
walking
extra
and smacking
steps.
them on the head. Yeah.
Yeah, you're supermarket shopping with extra steps, from my understanding.
All right.
Now you can go the other route and go Colorado backcountry hunting, and that's nowhere close to the same scenario.
Exactly. If I'm going to do it, if I am going to go out and take an animal's life that I don't necessarily have to, even though I am going to be eating it, it is still a recreational activity. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to work for it.
And then you're gonna
I
work for
feel
every
that's
step of
only
it in
fair.
Colorado.
Yeah.
I feel it's only fair.
So even to drop a mule deer in Colorado, even a mule deer doe, regardless of whether you drop it 100 yards from the truck or 2 miles back, that's 60 plus pounds of meat you're hauling off the mountain on top of your normal pack weight.
Exactly.
And you better be ready to hike that. When you switch it over to an elk, you're talking 200 pounds.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why
a
a lot of
hike.
people use like ATVs and stuff.
In certain areas in Colorado, you can. There's several locations where I hunt elk where you can't get an ATV even if you wanted to. You could barely get a horse up there.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's a struggle bus for me as a solo hunter to get in and out. just because of how thick it is.
And that is
Okay.
why, as much as I love elk meat, I won't go elk hunting. I don't think I'm capable of that.
No, but I will definitely pay for somebody else to go do it.
Can't.
I love elk.
Illegal.
No, I mean as far
I-
as like I will sponsor you. Like I'll pay for some of your bullets, some of your equipment. I love elk meat.
Okay.
'Cause I mean, moose.
Okay.
I'm from Maine. Moose meat is like top of the food chain.
Once again,
Oh.
Steven, I'm going to quote Rick from Rick and Morty. You're just buying the meat from them with extra steps.
Yeah, but I can't just go to the store and get that.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
Andy's meat market closed down because of COVID.
you get the elk
I know, 'cause
hunter.
we used to get alligator from there, kangaroo.
So you can still get alligator from the Colorado Alligator Farm down in
this
Alamosa.
Colorado alligator farm.
what?
Yeah, there
Hold
is
on.
one.
All right, new topic. Let's
You
go.
guys didn't know
This
this.
is my favorite
Okay,
tangent
do you
thus
remember-
I
far.
drive by it a lot.
Do you remember when the
Words.
fucking the hunting Brass Pro Shop? They
Yeah.
used to have the alligator bites.
Yep.
We would destroy those. So first of all, they were silly, and they had this limitless shrimp that you could order. Me and Shaun, we killed like 6-7 pounds. The waitress, I kept telling her, I was like, just keep them coming. Don't like bring
Yeah.
2 or 3 orders at a time. And the alligator bites, those are the
Yep, they
best.
were-
Whatever sauce they had with
The
those.
little green sauce.
It was
on
a jalapeno
Yep.
cream cheese sauce.
Yep.
They said you can
God.
get it at like Costco or Whole Foods.
But yeah,
need
we've
to
been
look for
looking
that.
ever since, and we have not found. Oh,
So, Alamosa, Colorado Alligator Farm, highest elevation alligators in the world.
I'd imagine so.
That's not hard to believe. I imagine it's probably not a high bar.
For
to
those
get.
that die off, they butcher out and they sell the meat from that location.
Yeah.
And so you can have alligator from Colorado.
We're
When are we?
switching my tacos.
Oh,
we have-
you.
Yeah, we have a taco challenge at
I
the end of this
censored
month,
myself.
the last Sunday of the month. All of the cooks here, we're each making our own special signature tacos.
Nice.
I'm
That'd be
doing an
great.
alligator taco. That is
Okay.
happening. So you
What-
come in, you get a flight of 4 tacos, one made by each one of us cooks, and then you get to judge who's the best.
When is this? Because I might have to come back for that.
The
There we go.
25th
this
is a
month.
Sunday, yes.
Okay.
So the 25th, the last Sunday of this month,
Oh,
the
now I'm
Trails and
stressed
Nails
out.
event, and we are each making our own signature taco.
Nice.
You get to vote on which one's your favorite, and the winning cook gets a $50 bonus.
Okay, so we've talked about alligator.
Yes.
And since now there's an option on the table for everybody.
Yes.
If you're willing to make the drive to Alamosa, you're willing to make the drive up to Kremling, because there's a meat market in there that does have wild game meat in there.
Okay.
Dibs.
Go for it.
Actually-
I got alligator. I'm going to try and make an alligator taco now. It's just, this is happening.
All right, all right.
I'm going to get some of the yum yum sauce, the Chinese yum yum sauce.
Yeah, well, there you go.
On alligator?
Remind me to
definitely be
note
for that.
this down after we get off of here.
Yes. Okay. This is happening.
And the challenge just got more difficult.
Oh,
We just stepped it up a
Yeah,
notch.
that
you
margin
have your
raised
alligator
exponentially.
tacos, elk tacos.
That was my other option I was going to make. I was going to
That's
call
what
it the
I'm having when I
redneck.
get home from dinner.
I was going to make the redneck
Oh,
taco.
I'm coming to your
I
house.
was going to take elk meat and then the melted Velveeta nacho cheese.
What? No, why would you ruin elk
Because it
meat?
was going to be funny. I was
nacho
going to
cheese?
make. I was
Yeah.
going to make a redneck taco. It was going to be
Oh.
elk meat and then nacho cheese and
Jeez.
whatever else
That's
you can
more
find
like
in the
white
fridge.
trash,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
redneck.
Well, I mean, you know,
Okay.
where I'm from, we try to say it correctly. I mean, white trash is white trash, but if I just call it redneck, that's
I'm
okay.
if I'm paying for elk meat, I'm going to do it fancy.
Okay, well, I know you. I know
as
you are, dude.
fancy as I'm capable
So
of.
there's also, on the way to Kremling, there's also a buffalo farm that's up there. You can buy buffalo meat from.
See, buffalo is good, but
I
elk,
mean,
I think is
bison?
elk's
Yeah,
a little
Right, like the Colorado
sweet.
bison? Okay.
And I like that.
And
That's what I like about
I
moose
think
and elk is they're
I'm already
sweeter meat.
on a path of what I want to do with this. Yep.
Hell yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a plan now.
I've
Yep,
never had
that's what you did.
elk meat, but I've had venison
Oh, yeah.
before. Like
It's
I think it was
all
mule
coming
deer,
together.
and then I've had reindeer, and I've had caribou, and I've had moose.
Yep.
I was going to
All-
say,
and-
caribou and elk are a lot closer
Okay.
than moose and elk.
Yeah, moose was nothing like any of the other.
I
venison.
want to
No,
try
moose
moose.
is amazing.
It was
'cause
also it was freshly killed in Alaska from a hunter, and he just had way too much meat. It was a
well,
bull
yeah,
moose.
you're looking at like a 1,200-pound
Yeah.
animal. I mean,
No, I've seen one up close. That was scary. It was a mother and his calf, and it was
Well,
that
that's
was
a
my,
bad place to
That was
be.
my
Oh, yeah,
21st
no.
birthday.
I
in
saw
Alaska,
one from
and
a
I had
fair
already used the
distance, a
24 pack
female,
in,
and that's like
and yeah,
I
I got
wasn't
within,
ready.
like from
That-
here to that wall.
that-
Yeah, it's
and
too
it,
close.
Yeah,
no,
it was
it's even
bad.
better. So when I was probably about 7 to 8 years old, and my mom, because I'm from Maine, my mom had some friends come down from Canada, and they were driving a little Volkswagen Beetle Bug, and a male bull moose was crossing the road, and it just stopped and looked at them. So they're over there honking their horn, yelling and screaming at it. The moose turned, put the hooks in the front of the Volkswagen, and flipped it and dropped it in the ditch, and then just walked off casually.
Yep.
It's like, you know, especially rutting season, because they're near blind. I have watched a moose hit a tree that was just blowing in the wind.
Stop the car, shut off the engine, don't honk at it,
just
turn the
let it do
lights
its
off,
thing.
and just stay still.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a T-Rex.
They are massive.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're a lot more aggressive than
they
people
see it
think,
on
too.
TV and they're like, no big
Oh,
deal.
it
No,
looks so cuddly.
during rutting season, they will
Yeah.
charge anything.
So, for those that want to get out and hunt in Colorado, if you run in, because there are a lot of moose in Colorado, if you decide that you want to go out and chase deer or elk, you're more than likely going to run into moose along the way. The best thing you can do, find the biggest tree you can find.
Hey, get behind. Yep.
Put your hand on this side, let the moose be on that side. When he moves,
Yep.
you move with it.
Yeah, keep
Yep.
the tree between the two of you. Yeah.
Because at about 45 minutes, they'll get bored and they'll wander off. But that's an intense 45 minutes where you were in sheer panic mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, heart pounding.
And I imagine each time he catches a glimpse of you, that timer resets.
Yeah, thankfully they do get bored. Yeah, but because they don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
that's-
everything's blurry to them.
That's the only time I've been
Yeah,
a lot bigger than you
scared
think they
out
are
in
when
the
you get
woods
close
in
to 'em.
Colorado.
Oh yeah, no, because
Colorado.
everybody sees them on TV and they're like, "Oh, these are
Yeah, it's-
majestic
No, they're like
and
7
beautiful."
foot tall to shoulder.
Yeah,
and that's
and
like
then there's
average
a
size.
rack.
It's not even the largest.
It's just my arms can't cover a rack.
Yeah.
of theirs. Yeah, you
Like-
think deer, and then you just multiply it.
The only time I've been truly sketched out in the woods of Colorado so far, I was up on Old Stage Road. I pulled off to the side, a little marshy area, just nice little spot to pull off. I was looking to see if there was any fish in the water. And then I looked down between my feet, and there's a pretty fresh moose track, and I'm like, I'm going to go.
I don't know. That picture you sent me with the rattlesnake, that was a pretty good one. I remember that. He was like, "This is how my day went." And he's got a picture of a rattlesnake just like a couple feet from him.
That was shortly after I came to Colorado. What you don't realize is I legitimately almost messed myself. I got a thing with snakes
Yep.
because I'm not very good at identifying them. This one I could very much identify.
They,
yeah.
they tell you that they're there.
Yeah. Well, this one didn't.
Oh,
It was about 1.5 feet, maybe. So
guy.
it was a little bitty guy. But I was walking over on Pulpit Rock and I was off the trail. So partially my own fault. And I was right up at the base of the rock and walking through there. And I just happened to glance down, and about a foot from my boot was this 1.5 foot long rattlesnake. And as I noticed it, he curls up and goes into that striking position. And I'm like, no.
yeah.
Because, like, I grew up in Kentucky.
Yeah, water
and,
moccasins.
like, water moccasins aren't
copperheads.
really a big thing there.
I saw a couple while I was there because we had that like creek.
See, here's the problem. There, you have the eastern water snake, and you have copperheads and a couple water moccasins. Eastern water snakes look very similar to copperheads.
Okay, that could have been.
They're
what it
they're
was,
very
yeah.
aggressive too, but they're not venomous at all.
All
They're
we
just-
had down there at the blacksmith
stink
shop was
and they
those
bite.
fucking ticks.
Oh,
Oh my god! When
Ticks, jiggers.
we were first clearing that land out. Oh no, chiggers is normal. I mean, I got that everywhere in the army, but in Kentucky down there, the ticks.
I got that once
The
as a
fleas
kid.
out there.
And then I freaked out, and we
got
like
chiggers pretty bad
I
when I was a kid, yeah.
burned
Yeah.
some of the
That's the only
land.
time.
I sprayed constantly after, and the ticks don't bother me. I mean, we got them in Maine too. But then they came out with that new disease that if you get infected with it, you're allergic to meat the rest of your
That
life.
ain't new, bro.
Talking
And
about like
after-
Lyme disease.
Well, when I learned, no.
It's a long-term side effect from Rocky Mountain spotted fever, I believe. Different tick
Well,
than the Lyme.
it was new
Lyme
to
disease.
my brain.
That was more of in
Yep.
The
South
minute
side.
I found out that was a thing
I didn't
that
know
I
about
might be
it. It's
allergic.
new to me.
Yeah, when I learned that I could be allergic to meat the rest of my life,
That's scary.
we burned around the blacksmith shop with fire, lots of fun. And then I sprayed every single month the whole time I owned that blacksmith shop. Constantly, because there's no way I'm not eating meat the rest of my
Right.
life. Like my, 3,000 generations of my family did not grow up eating meat for me to not be a meat eater.
See, and as a Squatch,
Are we
going to
get into the? Is there?
Yep. So
I evolved for it. I can feel them crawling on the fur coat before they actually
Oh,
get a
no.
chance to bite. I shit you not. I have pulled so many ticks off of me.
That they can't penetrate.
Yeah,
I've seen
but
it.
I
I have seen it.
I
It's just
can't remember the last time I had one that actually got a bite on me.
So I changed my diet just for hunting season. So
Okay.
That's a statement. All of your eyes just went, what?
Okay.
About to drop some ancient Chinese knowledge on
No,
us?
just things that I've experienced over the last 15 years of being a bow hunter.
I eat like the animals I hunt eat.
Worse.
Wait.
June 1st, I take out anything garlic and anything alcohol.
Wait,
Those are
you
the
take
fir-
garlic out? That's
those-
the best thing to get bugs off of you.
It is, but it's also the first thing that comes out of your pores when you sweat.
True. Okay.
It's not a natural scent up in the woods.
Oh, so you're hardcore hunter.
We're get there.
All right.
July 1st, I take out anything deep fried
Yeah.
because now I'm just cutting weight.
Yeah.
August 1st, I go vegetarian.
Nope,
So
you
to
lost
your
me.
point,
I was gonna say I was
I could
cool
have
with all
managed
this.
it. I could have managed it up to that point. Garlic would have been rough,
Yeah.
but
Can do. I mean, I get it up until there, but
Nope.
but by the time September hits, there's a bloodthirst.
Okay, yeah, all right. I get that guy. I almost
Okay,
went there
fair
too.
enough.
Like-
You're out there in the woods, rubbing mud on your face, walking through the woods,
I need meat.
That's
taking
the goal,
a bite
because
out of the raw
by
heart.
by the time something's on the ground, I've already been vegetarian for over a month.
Okay.
It's worth it.
All right. I
Okay, so it's more of a psychological game. I
No,
get it.
But there's a reason for it. My closest deer was 7 yards, 21 feet.
Damn.
we got one in the yard. We can walk up and bop.
Sure,
That-
but that's in the springs that they know that they're comfortable and they know that they're safe. Up in the woods, that's a whole different ballgame.
We rolled up
Yeah.
with the damn motorcycles, and this deer is just laying in the yard, 10 feet away, just like,
I've made the joke a couple times, once with Joe, once with Daniel, where one of those big bucks is walking out in front of the brewery, and these guys will let you get 10 feet from them, so I'll go into the back, I'll grab the guide on and screw it together, and just walk out here like, hold on, I'm coming back with dinner.
I thought I was gonna piss myself when you did that.
I mean, we got a pretty big cooler.
I mean, how mad would you be?
So
Other than, bailing you out of jail.
I was gonna say, there's a level of legality there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it in the fridge, then that'd be more like a.
If the
accomplice.
cops didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Nobody, no crime.
There's just going to be some questions about
now
why
it's-
there's a big
now it's
Now
out there.
somebody in the neighborhood's going to drop a deer, and they're going to come straight in here and be like,
Hey, guys.
So, yeah,
Yeah, but you have cameras though.
I do. I've got these really nice 4K Ultra cameras.
Do they have blind spots?
I'm not going to.
No, unfortunately.
That's okay. There we go. So yeah, so there's.
What if I can do it with no
So I
bloodshed?
understand the whole point of the
Yes.
you don't want to go vegetarian,
Strangle it.
but there is a reason for it. It does work.
I got you. I mean, like I've cut stuff out of diets before, but I just
It's the extreme.
yeah.
And that's part of the reason why I hunt solo, because when hey, you want to go hunt with me? Here's my plan, and they go, no.
I'm like I'm gonna go with you, but we're not doing the
if
rest.
I'm going
of
with you, do I have to do all that?
right.
'Cause that's the only way that I'm successful.
Okay, how about this? We go
Otherwise,
out,
yeah,
you
there's no
just
point.
drop me off somewhere in the woods, and then you do your own hunting.
Sure.
There we go. Yeah, we'll meet back up at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that much.
All right.
I'm not a strong
Do
man.
you have a website?
I do. ValorArcheryChallenge.com.
ValorArcheryChallenge.com.
Social media is all the same at Valor Archery Challenge.
Fantastic. So we'll get that linked in the description at the bottom. Haha, I beat you to it again. And he loves
Hey,
saying it.
I
It's
got
fun-
to be the first.
You
all
were
right?
you were the first. All right. So
They always remember their first.
thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
sometimes.
Thank you for coming out here on Sam. Yep. And this was the end of episode 8. We'll see you guys again next week. Next week, we've got Eric and Eric on here, E-R-I-K and E-R-I-C. And they will be our special guests for why we have a really weird name beer we had on tap here for a while. And
That went
our
really
first,
fast.
I really went very fast. And our first ever live on camera Mug Club sign up. So stay tuned for next week, and thank you guys for watching.
Don't just do it.
Wackadoo
Wackadoo it.
Yeah.